Well, that happened while I was gone, so sorry about that. Just a minute. Can I just... Alright. Let's continue. Hopefully, this won't keep happening with OBS. A party then? I'll bring you leftovers. Yuri is the best show this season, by Lana Smithy. If you weren't a fan of Yuri or Slice of Life shows already, then be prepared to join the Moe Church this season with the premiere of Yuri. One of the funniest shows I've seen in recent years. The pals of the popular Danger U forum seem to be divided, however. This is such obvious pandering. Remember when anime was about women doing womanly things and beating the shit out of each other? What is this trash? You girls are just haters who hate their lives. I'm going to marry Shinatsu. Wake me up inside! You can catch YY every Friday on RSTV. Wanna watch it? Anime is for nerds. Yeah, so you shouldn't mind watching it. Is it sexist to have an army of robot women? By Lana Smithy. The ones without artificial intelligence, mind you. The King of the West, Kanji. I don't know if I'm saying that right. From the western nation of Konyavania, has approximately 6,000 robot soldiers, all of whom look like the hottest girls around. But is this show of quirkiness from the wacky dictator problematic? Those dictators from Venezuela or whatever just do what they want. They don't give a shit. Mariana Zimmer, age 35, told the Augmented Eye during a street interview. They're all pretty hot though. If I was him, I'd have done the same. Why bother with the real thing when you could just make them from scratch to match your every needs? More as we investigate. I'm pretty sure Konyavania went through demilitarization before. Lil, I'm receiving mysterious messages. Update 2 by Lana Smithy. The messages have suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. Still, we can't stop wondering what's the deal. Was it a prankster? Or someone who just discovered how to subvert public communication channels in Lilim? Either way, some reports indicate that Lilim behavior has been rather unusual as of late. Although we can only imagine the confusion they were going through. Not the first time. Let's not forget that something similar happened 5 years ago, when Lilium advancement was at its historic high. Fortunately, nothing came out of it. Will it happen again? Time will tell. Spooky. A bit, yeah. Mega Christmas is here by Mickey. I'm way too excited to used to Christmas, but the mega tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how GC managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here they outright changed the holiday. Well, it's not that different considering they have the same dates, but still pretty cool. Whoop, I gotta go. Time to sign some books. Merry Mega Christmas. Was it Mega Christmas or Mega Christmas? Don't know, don't care. Alright, let's go and save. And then we're gonna head off to... It says go to work, but we're actually going to the Christmas party. Mega Christmas party. Sunday, December 25th. Good evening. Jill, I told you to come in the nicest clothes you have. You came in your uniform. These are the nicest clothes I have with me. Besides, you and Gil are in your uniforms too. Well, I can't really show up in casual clothing. I'm being monitored. What about the kilt you wore that one time? I'm still surprised that one didn't break the dress code somehow. And you, Gil? I don't have that many clothes to begin with. You people depress me. Well, everything's in place back there. Ah, Alma's here. You know, there was a time when people greeted others before saying stuff like that. Come on, Jill, greet it properly. Welcome to Valhalla. Wait. Man, if that's not a sign that you need to ease up on the work, I don't know what is. Shut up, it's become a reflex. Wait, Alma also came in her usual attire. Why aren't you saying anything to her? Ribbed sweaters get a free pass. Why? Silly question, never mind. Jamie came earlier too. The dogs went with him to get some ice. Don't we have ice? Trying to take it out of the bartending station is a chore, so it's better to buy some outside. Huh. What were you doing back there, Alma? Setting up the food warmer. The what? I bought it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It looks just like a set of wires, but you can create a frame with them. Put the food inside it, press a button, and watch as it warms the food up just like a microwave. It's an infomercial bubble, though. Really useful, but tricky to handle at the same time. One wrong move and we'll be out of food for the night. Everything will be scorched in a second. Oh. So you've bought infomercial stuff too? Haven't you? It's at the very least a good idea for guests. Well... Dynamic entry! Finally, at least somebody came after me. Is it weird that I've always heard it 3 times in the last hour? That I've already heard that 3 times in the last hour. My bad. Oh, don't be like that. She's not saying it out of malice or anything. She just found it funny. You're taking her side now? Jealous. You wish. You don't need to fight for me. We're not. I'll go check the microwave wires thingy. I'm starting to get hungry. Great idea. Back. Oh. Oh, hello, Jill. Soldier, you're late. Hey, Jay. See, that's how you greet people. You shut it. I'll go help. I'll go help Sweater Pups. Something wrong? She's not good with dogs. Oh. Alright, we're all here, so we can start. Yo, Anchorage! Alma. I know what I said. How's the food doing? It's doing well, but it'll take a bit. Can't you speed it up? I've used this microwave wire things before. It's either warm nicely but slowly or burn like the beach. So, how long? 15 minutes or so. A bell will ring when the time comes. We need to kill some time then. Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. Wait, what? Hang on a minute. Well, okay, the log isn't going back far enough for me to check, so I'll take your word for it. Welcome to the stream, Queen Athena. How you doing? I'll give you a shout out. Oh, you're playing Forspoken. Are you enjoying it? Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. What? I'll pass. Games are for kids. I'm in. Sure, I'll play. You love it? That's good. It's not really a game that appeals to me, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sounds fun, as long as that mud stays away from me. That'll make the time pass faster. I'll You'll play. Alright then, rules are simple. If you get picked, you pick either Truth or Dare. Wait, we're actually playing like this is a minigame? Dorothy, you single? Rawr. Technically I think she is. But if you're a dog person, no, you probably don't want to. you might that might be an obstacle. After you finish, you get to pick somebody else. We go like that until food's done. What about the punishment games? Those are a hassle. Just issue new questions or challenges until the other complies. What does she ask? What about punishment games? Oh, yeah, no. That said, Jill. Yes? You start. Pick someone. Oh, let's see. Click on the portrait of the person you want to pick. I'm kind of curious what Rad Sheba would say. Okay then, dog. Yes? I dare you to go out and stay there. Jill picked the dog who chose truth. That's easy. And that's one problem less. Well, why don't you continue in the dog's place, Dorothy? Alright. Dorothy picked Dana, who chose Dare. I dare you wait a minute, if the dog picked truth, then Jill just cheated. Oh, forget it. Wait a minute. Let me back up a bit. Yeah, it said Rad Sheba picked truth but Jill said, I dare you to go out and stay there. Jill, you cheated. Anyway, I dare you, Dana, to pick up Hannah and carry her like a bride. Alright. Wait, what? Come, Jill, get up. You're welcome. Oh, shut up. Okay then, Jill. Yes? Truth or dare? Dare? Okay, it's not really a minigame, just another long cutscene. I want you to say... Yes? How can a clam and a clean cream can't... Okay, I already messed it up. Let's see if Jill does better. How can a clam and a clean cream... You can read it. I'm moving on. Eh? It's a tongue twister. Say it. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. How can a clam and a clean cream can... How did she do it? Oh my gosh. How can a clam and a clean cream can? Faster! How can a clam and a clean cream can? How can a clam and a clean cream can? You make it seem so easy. Yeah, easier than I can. How can a clam... Damn! How can a clam and a cream... Ah! How can a cram... Oops. Wait, let them get confused by tongue twisters? Boss? Yes? You can drop me now. Oh, right. I wonder how long until the food is done. Click on the portrait of the person you want to pick. How about you pick this time, Athena? I'll let you pick what we do. Or who we choose. Can she pick her? Can I pick her? Can Jill pick herself? No, she can't. Okay. So there's Dorothy, Alma, Dana, or Gillian. Well, okay, I guess, Athena's not here, so I'm gonna pick Alma. Alright then, Alma. I'll pick Tooth. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to your arms? Well, there was this one time when I got mugged on the street, so I kinda threw my hand at the thief to knock him out. Threw? I think it's what you usually call a rocket punch. So you didn't throw it so much as it propelled itself towards the thief? Yup. And how is that embarrassing? It was just so cartoony, it's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit impractical too. The hand has a startup time after reattachment. Yes, but why add such a function? Why wouldn't you add such a function? Well, because... Boss, don't tell me your arm can also... This hand of mine is awesome. My turn then. I'll pick Lorenzo. Who? Gillian. Casimiro, truth or dare? Truth. I'll pick Casimiro, who chose truth. How do you manage to keep that stubble of yours at the same length all the time? How do I... Eh? I mean, no matter when I come here, whether it's at 3 AM on a weekday or in the afternoon on Sunday, you always have the same 3-day beard. It never gets any longer, but you also never shave. How the hell do you do that? Well, that's a good question, really. Now that I think about it, I do shave, but I use an electric razor. And set it quite low, so... You're not saying something, but whatever. Anyways, Chief, truth or dare? Let's go with truth. This is something I've been meaning to ask for a long time. Why is the bar called Valhalla if your designation is VA-11? Shouldn't it be VA-1? It was going to be that. When I applied for a bar owner certification through the BTC, Brian told me I would have the VA-1 code. But then came this one guy, and he pulled some strings to get his certification faster. He took my position, and I told Brian to hold off until the VA-11 code became available. This bar remained closed for 5 months longer than it should have been. What kind of monster takes a chance for a pun from someone? Right. Now I need something to cheer myself up. Hey Jill, how dare you to make this class talk? Jill? Oi, what you looking at, mate? I'ma hook you in your gabba. Wow, you actually did it. Just this once. Why that accent, though? I don't know. I'm getting hungry. Click on the portrait of the person you want to pick. Let's go with Gillian. Well then, Gil, what do you pick? I'll go with dare. I dare you to eat this bell pepper. Truth! I meant truth! Eat the bell pepper! Eat it! 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 I'd rather not. Eat it or I'll make your life impossible next week. Eat it or I'll make your life impossible next week. Was that hard? Yes. Anyways, what do you pick, Alma? I pick truth. What's the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you while drunk? I almost bought a timeshare in Panama. Eh? What? Ha! I was on vacation with my family and family's friends. We went to a hotel where a couple of salesmen tried to coerce us into buying a timeshare. When I was sober, it was obvious bullshit. but then I fell into their trap with the free bar. Were it not for my brother-in-law, I'd be forever doomed to spend 1 week a year in Panama. You could just not go. And lose my money? Forget it! Belle? Food's ready! Finally. Let's go. You guys go ahead, I'll have a quick smoke outside. Careful. Truth or dare, huh? It was fun, I guess. Hey! Hello. A bit late for the hello, don't you think? Want one? You know I don't smoke. True. Are you leaving already? Yeah, technically we celebrated the mega Christmas yesterday. But I just got a message that Diana is making a ruckus, so I gotta leave. Good luck with that. Speaking of ruckus, how have you been doing? Fine, I guess. All of this has helped keep my mind off things for a while. Is it weird to feel the absence of someone you had no contact with whatsoever for the last 3 years? Ask Kasyusha, or any of the old literature maidens whose spouse went to war types. I mean, even if you had no contact with her, maybe she was constantly on your mind. If you tweak the circumstances, it's not that different from one of you going to war. I guess. Well, all of the circumstances make me not want to. I've gotta go. Careful out there. Oh yeah, you should take the chance and spend this time with everyone inside, don't you think? Yeah, she's right. Hey, Jill's back! What's this? Chapter 3, Dulce. Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary $10,000 or you'll be evicted. Jill wants to see if the Alex doll's beard actually grows. Buying it will prevent her from getting too distracted. Have a very nice day. Let's see, Alex figurine. From the cult classic video game Y2K, his beard grows in real time. Alright. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She will surely focus at work. Have a very nice day. Alright. Okay, read that one. Read that one, so only this one. Model Warrior returns to TV. Anyone watching it? I don't even have a TV. So useless. Julianne is old and busted. I heard you talking shit about my waifu like I wouldn't find out. Is it going to be censored? I don't think so. The show was rather tame as far as I know. I'm going to marry Julianne! Oh man, I remember watching this show when I was like 10. I think I discovered porn thanks to it. You will never discover Rule 34 for the first time again. Why keep trying? Never seen this show before. Is it any good or is it just a meme? It's a meme show. There's nothing outstanding. What about the sequels? Are those going to be broadcasted as well? The sequels are shit. This thread is closed. Is your lip trembling? Is your lip trembling? No. You've been using that hoodie a lot lately. Shut up. Street race at the Motor City District leaves 2 dead by Lana Smithy. The Motor City District is notorious for the number of illegal street races it sees each week, and the dozens of injured drivers it leaves every year. This time it has been reported that 2 people died during a race hosted at the Gate Highway, otherwise known as the Death Lane. The Transit Police is currently investigating the deaths, as well as the underground world of illegal street racing. We have several suspects in regards to who is running this underworld, but nothing concrete as of yet. Chief of the Transit Police Department Jay Esposito told the Augmented Eye. The death of these 2 youngsters will be the last, however. That's a promise. I've heard there's a defamation campaign against the district, though. You wouldn't believe what happens in this cartoon. By Lana Smith. Cartoons are not for children. They're still largely colorful, but the themes they touch have become rather dark. In fact, every cartoon on air today has dark themes. It comes to the point where innocent animated characters are no longer a thing. I suppose children are young adults from birth now? But enter Touch Fluffy Tale, a new show that aims to challenge this current trend. No deep lore, no obscure adult references, no stupid deep plots. Just fun with numbers and fluffy tales, said a TFT producer, who asked to remain anonymous to avoid internet backlash. I don't want death threats for making a cartoon for actual kids. Stop. I rescued you. I touch your tail if I wanna. Glitch City Olympics return next year by Lana Smithy. For the 10th consecutive year, the GC Olympics return to the emblematic Super Silver Thunderdome, this time with a representative from the elusive country of Kanyavania. Prime Minister Quincy, who is in charge of the committee, told the Augmented Eye that it wasn't easy getting in touch with Kanji, and that we had to abide by some of his religious rules in order to see some of their best competitors come to the country. Kanyavania's main religion, Kanyeism, prohibits the existence of nanomachines inside the body, and as such, competitors from said country had to perform specific treatments in order to repel the swarm. It's a temporary solution, but will do the trick. I'm guessing tacky bodysuits weren't practical for sports. Alright, let's go to work. Monday, December 26th. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Gil is in the back sorting an ingredient shipment, and I've got things to do. The dog's in charge, okay? Bye. What? Wait, the dog what? Okay, first order, pet me. No. Pet me! No. I'm in charge and I want you to pet me. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey, Jay. I won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. Won't. Will. You called? He said Will, not Gil. Aw. Who the hell is Will? Nobody. Nobody. Don't be rude with poor Will. There's no Will. Do you need me to sock you up then? Shut up! Who, me or Will? Ah! You go back to whatever you were doing. Alright. And you, stand by. Only if you pet me. Go! Ugh. The F just happened. Well, aren't we spirited today? Welcome to Valhalla. Virgilio? 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 Virgilio. Why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act can be tiring, you know. So, it's all an act then? Wasn't it obvious? I guess. Would you mind getting me a Bleeding Jane? Sure. Virgilio wants a Bleeding Jane. A Bleeding Jane. Yes, this is just a thing. So, tired of putting it on an act. Care to explain? It's a long story, and I'd honestly rather not talk about it right now. Fair enough. What made you change your mind, though? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The Pompous Buffoon Act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Safer? That's a word that's been losing meaning lately. Wait, that was your way of avoiding suspicion? Yes. You do know how weird that sounds, right? It sounds weird. You try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams you're there. And everyone dismisses the fool as a buffoon and moves on. Eh? I mean, you might be right if I were talking about hiding myself, but I'm avoiding certain crowds of people. Yes, my behavior might call everyone's attention, but then everyone decides I'm harmless and disregards me. And depending on how erratic my actions are, I become harder to read, giving me yet another layer of enigma. Well, congrats. No offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your actions as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Thanks. Say, can you give me something spicy? Sure. Something spicy, something spicy. Yeah, let's go with this. Here. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? What's spicy for humans might not be spicy for other animals. Hell, what's toxic for us might not be for other creatures. Do you like spicy things, Bartender? I don't mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. That neutral stance is actually weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with a passion. Do you like it? Lots, not only in regards to painfully spicy things, but also the way mild or slight spice adds to a meal. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. As things are, I might actually pursue that dream. Let me know if you do. I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, Bartender. Call me Jill. I wanted to apologize. You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior, and thank you at that. Don't worry, I actually feel like I was rude to you the last time you came. Granted, you came at a really bad time, but I should be the one apologizing. You're a client, after all. Well, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed out at me yet. You're making me curious as to who you really are, though. Is Virgilio even your real name? It might be, it might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a magnet for people who hide their identities in sordid pasts. Gil, Jamie, you? Did you say something? Just rambling. Pay me no mind. Now that I think about it, how did you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came to this alley. Huh. Again. Again? In my time here, I've heard avoided people and ended up here enough times to make me believe that the original owner built the bar here thinking about the runaway public. You make me sound like a criminal. You're not helping. The expression runaway doesn't just mean people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers or solicitors. I've seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. Maybe because the salesman is a more active predator? I don't know. A troublesome part of the city right near the shopping district. Let them know there's a bar and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling to myself so much.
I don't mind it. Do you think I'm sort of a criminal, though?
Like I said, you're not helping. But for all I know, you might be the buffoon I've seen the other days.
In any case, can I get something bitter here?
On it. Virgilio wants something bitter. What the heck. Oh, fudge. Throw a rock. I can throw ice. That's the closest I can get to that. Here.
This works. Do you like coffee, Miss Bartender?
As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no, I don't.
Well, I get it. It's not for everyone. That cat boomer the other day.
What about her? Still scared of her?
Not really, but she looks so familiar.
Maybe you're mixing her up with another cat boomer?
No, that's not it. It's like the bandaged girl last time. Even with the bandages, there's just something really familiar about her.
Maybe you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out.
You might be right. Well, I'll leave you for now, Bartender. Thanks for everything.
Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hello, Mr. Detective. And here we are, another mute person wandering into the bar. Anything I can get you?
Got punch?
Okay. Got punch for the silent detective. One, two, three, four, five. What's up? What's up, Athena? Let's see. Here.
Oh, you got it right.
So, what's up now?
A bit of holiday blues, you could say.
So, you celebrate Mega Christmas?
Why wouldn't I?
You looked more like a Festivus kind of guy.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Well, Festivus is a celebration going around the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. Going against. Let me reread that. Well, Festivus is a celebration going against the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And, you know, cheapskate.
If you have something to say, say it.
I'll refrain. Although, now that I think about it, Holiday Blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. Just the season.
A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what the real Christmas once was. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to the corporations over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came that turbo male guy. He started a yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the ring.
Turbo Male? That can't be his ring name.
It is.
Really? Such a tacky name was accepted?
His partner was Buster Master, and his rival was Dr. Chris Max. Tacky names were not a problem.
Sounds about right. Old-fashioned, off the rock, extra strong, please. Okay. Does that mean you're wanting a beer? Since you said old-fashioned? I don't know. I mean, I knew there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew that the guy became insanely popular and the stunt got out of control. Anything strong? Okay. Obviously, I can't make one at the moment. But the next time someone comes in that wants a strong drink, we'll make it. Just for you. How's that sound? And of course, that's the part everyone sings about. Santa became Nega Santa thanks to the Redmond family. Nega Santa seized the error of his ways and became the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday Mega Christmas.
And then every company jumped on the bandwagon, and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed.
So you're telling me that the guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name Turbo Mail?
Yep.
That makes the whole holiday sound like a joke.
The holiday is a joke.
And you're telling me you don't celebrate Festivus?
Oh, no, I don't. Do you know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that's so lame and bland that they can only talk about how they're better than because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who will eat Nuke and think they're better than everyone else.
I see. Anything else I can get you?
Get me a fringe weaver, will you?
Sure. Let's get him a fringe weaver. Well, there's your strong drink. Drink up. Enjoy, Athena. Here.
Right, thanks.
So, any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the street?
Shouldn't I be asking that? There's nothing new, really. The lynchings of White Knight stopped, so there's that.
Really?
Something about the armor. I haven't...
Chugs it.
Something about the armor. I haven't gotten much on that one yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seems to have settled down a bit.
That's good to hear. Have any other details about the attack emerged yet?
All records of whatever happened there have been long deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Whatever happened there, it's become even more of a mystery now.
I wonder if Say plans on testifying. Does anyone know if Say went there in the first place? Maybe the wiping of everything actually protects her somehow.
Hey, Bartender, you okay?
Sorry, got distracted.
There's not much to say, really. There's the odd silly rumor here and there. Like the vending machine's tasers malfunctioning and applying more strength. Or that the writer of The Last Reign in the world is actually living here as a brain in a jar. But those are the kind of rumors you hear from crackheads. Crackheads might hold that one last piece of info you need, but you also hear crap like that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year, Bartender.
Please come again. Okay then, but... No, wait, she's out. Gil, you there?
Yeah, taking your break?
Let me know if someone comes in. Things are pretty quiet outside. Jill! Ah, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. It sounds weird to be called Miss. You seem to be in a good mood. I got some money on Mega Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Okay. Let's get Kim a beer. Here. Thanks. So, how have you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out. My appetite is coming back. I hadn't realized just how much the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. I suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I actually felt like I'd achieved a victory. Like I got a hold of my own life. So nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartender training in January too. Huh? Really? Yeah, I did some research and it sounded cool. BTC gives you many benefits, so it sounds like a good thing to do for the time being. I don't know if it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. It'll give me time to think on the next course of action. A bit of advice. Don't go for BTC housing plans unless you absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service with a cut in pay and tips. I was going to go for that one, but I backed down a bit at the last minute. How do you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment. Instead of signing the BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. I still have no idea how I got away with that one. I thought those apartments were built by them or something. Back in England, they are. They have their own real estate companies. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in this city, Reality Nua holds an unspoken real estate monopoly. So BTC can't easily offer such promises. Oh! Realty Nua is a bit weird as far as companies go. Their name has become synonymous with quality, a brand built around certain expectations. But the truth is that Realty Nua has done little to no work in the last 10 years or so. Really? I mean, when they started, they managed to sell and build upon plots of land that everyone gave up on. They became a big name as far as real estate goes. But in reality, the company itself has actually done less than you'd think over the years. Most of the time, they're cashing in on their established properties or letting others work with them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects. And they're all expansions of their already established ones. You seem to know a lot about it. Nah, I've just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. I think it's all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true that when you hear a name so much, you expect something, I don't know, different. But enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Can I get you anything else? Let's try a sugar rush. Okay. Sugar rush. I feel like I've been serving them a lot lately. Here you go. Yay! Actually, Jill, I came here today to thank you. Me? Yeah, back when I first showed up here, I was in a really rough spot. I was shocked, I was tired, I was a total mess. I even said some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention you helped me cool down, and your boss saved me. And, I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all that before the year ended. Much appreciated, thanks. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. I'm better now, thanks a lot. Glad to hear it. It was weird to see you like that. It always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act. It did? You don't? You don't? I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as a cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do mean the same, but... Nah, I don't try to put up that act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. Huh. Disappointed? Surprised, actually. What led me to believe that you were putting on an act? And more importantly, how can I make use of it when I get assigned to a bar? I must investigate further. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Alright. Now let's get a bubbly drink. Why not? I don't serve this very often. Here. Thanks. Hey, Jill, I'm gonna need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you, thank you! Hey, nice to see you're fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in life thanks to your timely intervention. I don't know what overcame me. I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop the shouting, so I just felt like, thank you! Don't even mention it. I just did what I felt was right. Jill, ice please. Right. Are you alright? Did you seek help? I know a couple of people that could help you. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times, but he says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened and I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. Seeing that you're fine is more than enough for me. I should have come to thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Don't worry. Just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as best as you can. I will. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill. And thank you again. Please come again. So, a couple of weeks ago, I read some news about a woman saving a suicidal girl, catching her midair. Would you know something about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever it was probably just did it because it was the right thing to do. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey, Joe, long time no see. Really long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's been over years since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Eartha Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know. Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Ugh. Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How did she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray. Or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that. Is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world is amazing because of things you just can't explain. And just because only you experience something doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me! Shit. That's good. I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had put up for those drinks.
Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for heaven's sake. You okay? You look angry.
I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Aw, boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank the the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt? Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats, after all. It's uncannily right. Not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like any one of them you can see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. You okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay here! Who stays where? Crap, did I just... You had to be the first person who I've met who mixes their inner and outer voice. I thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter. Sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort.
What about me?
You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave.
That's not what I... Whatever.
Okay, good. I didn't count as a mistake. Let's see. Here's something in case you felt lonely today. Aww. Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary $10,000 or you'll be evicted. Jill just watched Night of the ID Snatchers. Buying a poster of it will prevent her from getting too distracted. Have a very nice day. Alright, let's start with that. Night of the ID Snatchers, a beloved police mockumentary. Oh, okay. Looking at the poster, Jill managed to get Gabby off her mind, even if for just a little bit. Have a nice day. Alright, now to read this stuff. Yuri new season. It's finally here! I can't believe I'm alive for this day. Thank you, based god. All boards report in. What other boards, you idiot? Nice, more stupid moe blobs. YY gets new season, but the actual best YY is still up in the air. My internet service gets cut off tomorrow because I can't afford it anymore. Wake me up! I get a job, you stupid neat. Oh lord, here we go. Prepare hot cocoa, sit in comfy couch, put on my favorite mega Christmas sweater, see snow falling outside, turn on the heater, get my blanket, watch glorious YY and fall asleep when it ends. I am the comfy! I wish I was as comfy. Have work tomorrow. Enjoy the Euros for me, Danger You. This thread is closed. Sounds cute. For nerds, maybe. There are cats in heat outside. I'd have blue balls, if I still had any.
Oh my gosh.
Taylor the Brain Tired of Name Change Request by Lana Smithy. A couple of weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Sola Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview that was unfortunately stripped from the finished version was a stray comment about how many people asked Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the AE team. I like the name Taylor, but there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be part of the joke. My life is worth more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances of becoming a senator in the upcoming electoral season. Taylor! Parliament discusses anime influence by Lana Smithy. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth. Trash, a representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it. I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market, Yamake, a producer, told the Augmented Eye during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre. You can trust me. Ah, yes, important topics and all. Biker gang arrested after vandalism during protests by Lana Smithy. The members of one of the largest biker gangs in the Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Friday. Their leader, commonly known in the streets as Christine Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested and that her gang was only there to defend protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets, so they use protesters as a shield, and we had no option but to surrender, Love told AE during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. The formal charges are unknown so far. Isn't she a game developer? She's many things. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a short break here. So if there's anything you need to do, now's a good time. And I'll be back as soon as I can. So see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back from my break, and welcome to Stream Dragoon. How you doing? I guess Tammy was on my bed a moment ago, while I was still out of the room. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Time to go to work. Tuesday, December 27th. Good evening. Hey Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why, did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean... never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey... No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back? See? So you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... I told you. We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby I think you called her, asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Oh, let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you, Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when would you be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. But boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years? Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes, and fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Jill, you idiot! Eh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that?
Armitage?
Titty hacker.
Alma, right.
I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister. But now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret? Which one do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss. Thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me.
Second one?
2 weeks ago I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear. Might as well face the other. Maybe.
Don't push her, Chief.
I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything.
Keep it up, Jill.
Thanks. Happy holidays! Someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. Why? You look so happy. I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you give me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. Cobalt velvet for Stella. Here. Thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too. Sadly, I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How has she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close. Then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Say is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs the equivalencies to things she knows. You need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. It basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look cross her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Give me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Cold and sweet. I think I've heard that one before. Well, let's start with sweet. And then see what requires ice. Okay, maybe that one. Okay, yep, that's the only option. So, Moonblast it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Say asked for, you know. Now that you mention it. So, I take it Say's family situation isn't exactly fine and dandy, huh? It's a mess they've tried to fix over time, and I'm glad to say they've actually done it. Say's mom had a really abusive relationship with Say's biological father. Sadly, like many women in that situation, she just tried to justify his actions. But apparently things got nasty when Say's mom, Miss Emmy, got pregnant. At that point, she had an epiphany, one could say. She didn't want that guy to raise her child, so she finally sought help. Things weren't so easy, though. Before the authorities could take him away, Miss Emmy got a serious beating from him. She still uses a cane to walk, thanks to that. She moved here, Say was born. She started her veterinary clinic. So, did he come back? He was drunk and couldn't find any drugs, so he made it to the city. He caused a ruckus for a couple of days until Say managed to scare him off. How? She beat him to near death 3 times. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but... Oh, don't worry, I laugh too. The dramatic irony there is delicious. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe. And a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, Uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel there are people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel the warmth there that Uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they are also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that too. But I just want one. I'm asking for one for me, adding one to your order. Oh, that. Right. 2 beers for the girls. Here. Thank you. Thanks! Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, "Where's Say? Where's Say?" Why do they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. The little guy managed to get his head and a paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fella was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah, we'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Say. Careful! Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses, ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay, something classy for Say. Actually, hang on a minute. 250, 260, 280. Alright, let's do this. Something classy. Yep, that's the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah! Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow she got into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. That made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation? Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period where you were angry or something? Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried, but I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know. I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much, and told her as much. Hey, can you give me something bubbly? Sure. Something bubbly for a bubbly girl. Okay, I'll give her this, since I already gave her the cobalt drink earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Bubbly, bubbly. Hey, Jill. This might seem a bit random, but do you remember the first time I came here? Yeah, you're the second white knight I've served. I remember. Why? Precisely because of that. I've been meaning to ask you about that story. How was your other experience with the White Knight? If I had to put it simply, the total opposite of you. Oh? She came here as part of her work, looking for information on some case. I went through the motions, offering her a drink and all that, but she came only for her job. At first I thought she was just another private eye, but she showed me her badge and all. What kind of case was it? I wouldn't know. She never told me, but she asked if I saw some people. She got pretty intense when I told her I had no idea who she was talking about. I suggested she ask the vending machines outside, and they told her the suspect climbed on them. She got her info and she left. Pretty professional, if a bit intimidating. She seemed personally invested in the case, though. The way she lost her cool was suspicious. You seem to be pretty good at reading people, Jill. It makes me kinda jealous. Nah, I'm not good at that. It's just a coincidence that I noticed it. But you noticed it. I'm not good at reading people. Even if the cue was thrown in my face, I wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sure you can compensate with another skill. Any particular reason you asked me about that event? Not really. I just found the fact that I was the only other white knight you served weird. I mean, really? Just two? Weird, I know. I spent most of my life with almost no interactions with white knights until I met you. That means you've had a nice life then. That sounded creepier than I thought. A bit, yeah. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil. Sure. I wonder if I left food for 4. Okay, I'm here. Dorothy? You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You can stop walking. Uh-huh. Ah, honey. You want something? The usual, I guess. Usual. Ugh. The usual? I wonder what's wrong with her, though. Okay. Hopefully this is right. Let me make sure that's what I'm supposed to give her today. Okay. Nope, I need to do the sugar rush, so reset. Here. This is nice. 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 Nice? Okay, you're freaking me out. What's up with you? Hey, honey. How do you know what's real? How so? I mean, how do you know if what you see is an actual thing? How can you tell if what you see around you is actually happening? What tells you everything is not actually a fabrication? What tells me I'm not just a simulation in a computer? And those ponderings brought you to the bar? What? Oh, I'm in the bar. Am I? Dorothy. So you're having a solipsistic crisis of sorts? What does that mean? Very self-centered or selfish. Okay, someone who is solipsistic is so focused on their own wants and needs that they don't think about other people at all. Okay. Solip what? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Solipsism. The theory that the self is the only thing that can be known to exist. See? That's nothing right there. That word. Solipsism. What does it even mean? Where the hell did it come from? Well, solus means alone, and ips means self. Yes, but how did it come to be? Do you expect me to believe that a lot of people just randomly decide to make noises? Or decide, hey, let's make this noise mean this? It doesn't make sense. Words don't make sense. I've been repeating words for a long time and they start making sense. Why? Calm down. That's just semantic satiation. Stop making up words, honey. And then there's this counter. How can I be sure the counter is really here? It is. Please stop tapping it. Hold on. Just making sure. I should make her a drink. At the very least, I'll have something to throw at her. Thanks for the hydrating stretch, Soup, and welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, I'm not sure what to give her this time. Oh, okay. Stop tapping the counter so much. I'm this close to throwing this at your face. Can't remember if I stretched or not. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Soup. How you doing? How you doing tonight? Sorry. So let's start from the beginning. Since when did you have this existential crisis? Since earlier today, I think. I was remembering the good times I had with my guardian. But I don't know. It was all too sudden. I was thinking about everything that happened from a week ago until now. How much fun I was having. how much I loved everyone around me. And out of nowhere, the thoughts started piling up in my mind. What is love? What is fun? Are those feelings real? Is all that real? Am I real? What tells me I'm actually in a body? What if I'm just some computer somewhere thinking it has a body? What if I'm just a human girl in a comatose dream? What tells me that you're real? Eh? For all I know, I might just be a figment of someone's imagination. Or even just an AI simulation in some computer that thinks it's a human. I've been there, Dorothy. That existential doubt and crisis, that uncertainty about whether or not things are real. It was a couple of months only, but I remember having panic attacks and scratching my arm to feel something. But the panic attack gave me a rush of adrenaline, so I couldn't feel the scratch and the fear got worse. What'd you do to get over it? Oddly enough, I read a book. The Last Rain in the World, one of my favorites. At one point, I cried with the book, and I realized I was crying over fake things, a story and its characters. I didn't care less for them because they were fake. Why not think of reality like that too? Even if I'm a figment of someone's imagination, I'd still care about you. That's what I told myself, at least. It wasn't immediate, but that focus helped me. Heh, I like it. Hey, can I take this drink? I made it for you. Thanks. Okay, then.
What?
Ugh. Phew. Why did you throw it on your head? To feel something you made. And? It burns and itches a bit. I'll get you a towel. Delivery for Dana's... Oh, I've been here before. Mr. Mario, welcome back.
I have a delivery for Dana Zane. Who's that?
She's my boss. I'll get it for her.
Right, sign here, please. It's a big package.
I wonder what's inside.
You should open it. If it's something perishable, maybe it'll need to be refrigerated. Let's see. It's a wiener. A really big wiener.
Dana, what did you order? Hey, honey. The big package had a big wiener inside.
What will your boss do with such a thing? Do we want to know? I don't know how she'll cook it. Perhaps she'll chop it?
Honey? Seems the wiener is too big to eat correctly. Stop. Maybe you could prepare some right now. What do you say, honey? Do you want some of your boss's wiener?
Phrasing, Dorothy!
Gosh dang it.
Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do with this girl? Anyway. FFS, Dorothy, yep. I'm on the stream, Misty. How you doing? Only one thing to do, full reprogramming. Yeah, might need to at some point. Seriously, Jill?
She's the
making the jokes. Factory reboot. Yeah. Does she taco its way around her mom, guardian, whatever? If so, I'm surprised she hasn't already done that. And you're the one trying not to laugh too hard at them. Anyway, we all know if we dare cook this without her permission, she'll hang us upside down. She'll hang me upside down.
Hey, Jackie boy, what's your name?
I'm Mario. I still want to call him Kaneda. Sorry.
Come on, Mario. I'll buy you a drink.
He might have another delivery, you know. This is the last one, actually. I'll accept your offer. I'll have a sunshine cloud.
And you? I'm fine. Sunshine Cloud for Mario. A Sunshine Cloud is 2 Adelheid. Okay, 2 Adelheid. 2. Let's do 2. Karmatrine for him. And blended. I gotta remember it's blended this time. Here. Thanks. Hey,
Call me Dorothy. You can also call me Darling for the right amount.
Yeah, Dorothy. Why'd you buy me a drink? Just to let you know, I don't swing that way.
What way, Lilum?
I'm a man's man. I like men, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with liking women, but...
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't hitting on you. I was thanking you.
Thanking me?
Your package let me see Honey here laughing like an idiot.
It's easier than you think.
That made me happy, and I don't know. It fit with what she was telling me earlier.
Akira being actually gay makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I suppose so.
I'm more calm than when I entered.
Glad to help, I guess.
Well, duty calls. Bye, Mario. Bye, John. Bye, honey.
Just dig it.
Enjoy your big wiener.
Damn it, Dorothy! Out with you. Yeah, yes, exactly. Thank you, Jill. She seems like a nice girl. I don't mean for it to sound like I
get it. Don't worry. You like guys. It's clear. Speaking of, you like motorcycles, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Have you been to the Motor District?
I spend all my free time in the Motor District, actually. Why?
Is it true what they say about all the illegal races going on there?
You're not a cop, are you?
As far as I remember, no.
Well, I mean, there are illegal races. There's also a semi-legal league going on there.
Semi-legal?
The authorities acknowledge that there's races going on. They don't know what goes on in them, however. Modified engines, casualties, substance abuse. The illegal ones end up being safer in the end.
Huh. Have you heard about a biker called Christine Love?
Miss Love, of course. Everyone knows who she is. What about her?
Is her gang as dangerous as they say?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Excuse me?
They look intimidating enough, but truth is that nobody has faced them directly. Moreover, nobody wants to be the one that got beaten to a pulp if they turn out to be what they seem. So her gang is just there, menacingly doing their own thing, not bothering anyone.
Oh. Do you want anything else?
I'll have a piano man.
Alright. A piano man for Mario.
Piano man? Are you sure? Oh, this one of the promo drinks. Okay. 1, 2.
Here.
Yeah, this is nice. This will sound weird, but do you believe in Replibots?
Replibots?
There's the belief that some Lilum out there are designed to perfectly replicate a particular human. That someone or something replaces those humans with such Lilum. Thus, they call them Replibots.
You know a lot about this.
I don't. It's in most magazines nowadays.
Sure they are. Sure, Gillian. I believe you. Well, it's the first time I've heard of it. What about it?
On my way here, I almost ran over my neighbor. He just showed up in the middle of the street. And I say almost because he moved really quickly out of the way. Then I went to deliver a package and somehow my neighbor was there, almost immediately after the whole thing. And he was there the whole time.
Maybe it was someone that looked like him?
He had the same looks, clothes, and mannerisms. Trust me, you know a perfect replica when you see one. And you saw the kid Lilim here. They could easily pass off as humans. There are even Lilim idol singers nowadays whose voices can pass off as human. They could be passing off as humans under our very noses, replacing us little by little.
At this point in time, I really doubt it. Lilim behavior is a bit different. You can easily tell someone's a Lilim because they seem... How do I put this? They don't care about risk and danger as much as we do. They treat risk with a lot more leniency.
Still, be careful. Keep an eye out for uncanny doppelgangers. I'm leaving. Thanks for everything.
Please come again.
What's your take on the Replobot thing? Do you believe in them?
Do you?
Not really, but I asked you first.
When I was in high school, I had this irrational fear of aliens. I was paranoid that they would come. What would I do then? They gave me a congratulatory plaque today. Aw, that's great! Congratulations, Sue! I was paranoid that they would come. What would I do then? I remember I lost lots of sleep because of it. 20 years working in the same building. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm glad they... But yeah, again, congratulations. I remember I lost lots of sleep because of it.
That doesn't answer my question.
Let me finish. After many months of fear, I reached a conclusion that might as well apply here. It's useless to be afraid. I'm but a simple woman. I wouldn't be able to do shit against them. So I'd rather live without being afraid. Because the memories of not being afraid will be my only solace when the Neville crabs invade.
Neville crabs?
I mean, when the Replobots come.
Jill, are you still afraid of aliens?
What part of it's useless to be afraid didn't you catch?
Right.
Back, did anything happen? I discovered I have the sense of humor of an 8-year-old.
Did anything new happen? Ouch! That was a bit savage, Dana.
Hey!
They brought you a package.
Ah, yes, my...
Damn it! My curated wiener. We're in the same wavelength then, Jill.
It's a gift from my folks. It was delayed in customs, but here it is. You guys want some of it?
That's a new one.
Have some pocket money. I'm out of excuses.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Rent is due on the 30th. 2 days, okay? Please make sure your account has the necessary $10,000 or you'll be evicted. Jill wonders if Maneki Neko's actually bring luck. Buy one to prevent her from getting too distracted. Have a very nice day. Alright, let's start with that. Aw, I can't click on the kitty on 4. Oh well. Let's see, a Maneki Neko, 550, okay. They say these bring luck, but his paw is broken, so I wouldn't trust him. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She will surely focus at work. Have a very nice day. You've been chuckling since yesterday.
Wiener. Okay, how long is this gonna go on?
Oh. That bar called Valhalla. Is it any good? I need a place to unwind after work.
Work.
Normies are taking over, huh? Everyone isn't neat just like me. Anyway, place is cool, but the bartender can be a bit of a dick.
How so? Never been there, so I wouldn't know.
Is she cute?
I can take it if she's cute.
She's cute, but I think she's a bit full of herself.
The guy seems a bit more of a bro.
I see you already had a conversation with her? Did she reject your advances?
Nah, I just heard from the distance.
So, is that a no?
Kind of. I mean, if you're going there just to chat.
I just want a place to chill for a bit and meet new people.
Can I smoke there? Is there any bar from the BTC where you can smoke?
Nope.
Bummer. Well, I think I'm going next week then. Sounds good enough for me. This thread is closed.
So I'm full of myself?
You are.
I guess at least she admits it.
First Space Colony plans to develop its own army by Lana Smithy. Even though space was imagined as the promised land, a place where humanity would start over, it looks like we're about to repeat our mistakes from the past. The first space colony, Shin Outer Paradise, is currently in talks to develop its own privately owned army, following alleged threats from a notorious terrorist group. We're discussing it right now, but the law is most likely approved. We'll have an army and we'll defend our motherland from any terrorist threat. Alice Rabbit chimed in during a private stream. This terrorist group does not exist. Don't let the Outer Paradise government fool you. The only reason for this law is so they can have more control over the population.
Alice Rabbit is in space too? Amazing.
Woman marries anime pillow, nobody is actually surprised. By Lana Smithy. I remember a time when wacky stuff like this made a lot of headlines, but even though I'm reporting on it, I can't help but think how mundane it's become. I mean, we live in a world where you can just plug into the internet and live there as long as your wallet can afford related fees. Lots of people get married in these virtual spaces. Thanks to new technologies, the traditional views on human relationships have changed so much that someone married a literal object. Kind of tame now. If the pillow had some form of intelligence, it might be somewhat different. But it's just a plain, generic anime hug pillow. Get with the times, Grandma.
Wanna marry me?
Can't marry your own son. Fair point. Y2K, the final remaster, supposedly, leads the video game charts. By Lana Smithy. The newest remaster of 2016's Y2K, a postmodern RPG, opens the charts this week with 3.5 million copies shipped on its launch day. They really had high hopes for this game, didn't they? Because from what I've understood from looking up some information online, this game was not... Y2K was not out yet when this game was released. So, yeah. Other titles this week include new releases such as Hatsune Miku Project Remaster and Sting's Face Remastered. Okay, I don't get that second one, but full chart including lifetime sales. Y2K The Final Remaster, 3.5 million new. Hatsune Miku Project Remaster, 1.5 million new. Sting's Face Remastered, 950k new. Water Pro Wrestling G, 500k slash 950k. Dang it, Ron Paul. Ron Paul? Okay. Okay, yeah. Dang it, Ron Paul. 400k slash 1.2 million. Okay. This is the third final this year. Or maybe it was out and that's why they're making the jokes about so many remasters. I don't know. I never played Y2K, so I don't really know anything about it. Anyway, time to go to work. Wednesday, December 28th. Good evening. Jill, I'm out to get firecrackers. Firecrackers? It's New Year's, right? We need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare off the Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. I'll be back in a bit. Even for a cat lover, you sure get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved. I know how hypocritical it sounds, and I don't care. Jamie's here.
Greetings.
Anyway, let's start. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Oh, the guy that wouldn't come back twice.
Yeah, shut up. By any chance, did something fly over here 2 weeks ago?
On Friday?
Yes.
There were lots of weird explosion noises throughout the night, but as far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that.
So it flew by here.
I take it you know what made the noise?
Let's just keep it at whatever drone story you heard.
Right. The noise got annoying after a while, I must say.
So it remained in the vicinity?
I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night.
Interesting. So it didn't get far away. Now give me a Mars blast.
A Mars blast for the guy that wouldn't come back. Twice. One of these is enough to leave your face red like the actual planet. Okay. Here you go.
Well, you didn't mess up. Sorry if I may interject. You looking for a fight? Most certainly not.
You really think you'd stand a chance? You're like half his size.
I can fight dirty.
He kills people for a living.
I can fight dirty. Jill, please, you make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. It's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that.
You're right, sorry.
And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I'm the only one here who enjoys them, aside from the owner. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? It might be to your liking.
Okay, let's try the suplex thing. Right. Let's give Ingram a suplex. Wow, that sounded weird. Here.
Good stuff, like a less burning but punchier pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie, and you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I need to look for a specific file at. Did you perhaps go through a nanomachine expunge? I did, actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people could do that. And almost all of them are people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So, why go through the whole thing? Rejection. Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when they have no means to track you or your activity. I see.
How does the expunge work?
You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. It causes nanomachine rejection, which gives you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. For 5 hours you're trapped in bed while a horrible pressure builds up in your body and nanomachines are forced out. They're like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, your gums, your toes, everywhere. And after all that, they need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly releases the same antibodies.
Ouch.
What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. Hey, give me one of those.
Sure. Let's give him a gut punch. Again, that didn't sound right. There is probably one guy we would want to give a gut punch, but we haven't seen him in a while. Oh well. What? Here.
Yeah, I love these. Looks different from yours, though.
I had a couple of extras in his, actually.
So, where's the antibody unit they stuck you with, Jamie? Inside, like all other maintenance systems. It can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements, were you reconstructed or have you been adding them over time? Over time, either by getting a much-needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram.
Please come again.
Don't count on it.
You said that twice.
Shut up. Seemed like a nice guy.
Right. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch.
Maybe you caught him on a bad day?
Nah, I think you're just that good at bringing out the nicer side of people. Oddly enough. That guy tires the hell out of me. Someone's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch, will you? That way you'll be in a good mood too. A bad touch for all. Okay. Here. Jill, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged. So, what put you in a good mood? Oh yeah, that. Today, my sister was supposed to be in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got left in the back of a parking lot. And to top it off, she forgot to even bring her kids. Luckily, my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned the kids to my parents for the time being. So, she really messed it up, huh? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said I was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump onto the highway. So, Ava comes and says, "Then make sure it kills you because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple."
Ouch!
I shouldn't reinforce that behavior, but I don't know. Maybe it was the timing, but I've been laughing for an hour now. You hold quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time. We even slept on the same bed for a while. And then she turned into a teen. We stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. I could forgive all that, being the age difference and all. But there is something in particular I still can't forgive. It was the day she invited her friends to the house, and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her friends asked if I was her sister. And she said she had no little sisters. Ouch. I think that was the moment that finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired her so much as a kid could admire someone, you know? Little by little, that admiration wore off until we finally reached that breaking point. I felt betrayed. And you haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years? Hey,
It's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather the Diana who said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish, and immature as she was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult, you see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying my adoration I held for her, she's made sure not to fix that impression. Huh. But enough about me. How are you? Everything's fine, aside from this note. A note? Remember how I told you I lashed out at my dead ex's sister? Yeah. I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So what's the problem then? The same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give a Brantini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Right. Brantini, alright? Here. This is the thing. Let's start. Boo! Boo! Oh, hell no. This is the story of a girl who grew disillusioned with one of her sisters. Soon it became animosity, and not long after that she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her eldest sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not soon after. And after the girl went into college, said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving her baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. What if I hire your high-ranking lips? Shut up. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held her in high esteem for. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, can I lift your sweater? Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, enough. Enough? Shit. Peace out. I know the girl is you and the sister is your eldest sister. Please get to the point. Right. The point is, if you don't face her, she'll be heavily disappointed. She is trying to make amends with you. That must take courage. Lots of it. Yeah, you're right. My mouth's dry. Can I get the beer? Right. Beer. Man, I am going crazy, aren't I? Here. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh yeah. I never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her as her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister that she clung to me a lot. I helped her in her studies, read books with her, played with her a lot. She was pretty much my sister too. I have to leave, but I'll tell you this. As both a big and little sister, if you don't grant that girl a chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. Oh, there's a small New Year's party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be here. Remember, I won't forgive you. Yeah. I'll go take my break. Alright. What? You were here? You were quite absorbed in the conversation just now. Jamie even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? Anyways, call me if anything comes up.
It's less chilly today. Jill, a kid's looking for you. Oh, shit. Hey. Norma. Phew. You're back! Oh, F you. You do know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Crap, I said it out loud. Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. Phew, she thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Ah, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mom and told her all about the pressure she was putting on me. And said I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. And? Well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After that, she told me that it'd be a waste to spend money in a university just for me to not give it my all. So she told me to still go to the college course, but that I was free to explore. Glad to hear that. And, well, I want to thank you for that. Me? If I just rushed headfirst into my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. And you were right. I would be hurting her for the sake of hurting. So, thank you. Don't worry about it. I'll leave before it's too late outside. Be careful. Ah, so sweet. Shut up. Hey, Jill, mind helping me here? Sure. Make a bleeding Jane, please. On it. A bleeding Jane for Gil. Thanks. Hey, Joe, do you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but rather the fact that only I can see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can't I? And why can I? You're the main character? I don't know. What are you? What are you? A cute girl. Right. You okay, Jill? Making a lot of faces there. Yeah, just remembering stuff. Could you give me a hand here and serve a beer, please? Sure. A beer for Gil now. For him or for another customer? I don't know. Thanks. Would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There! Can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Weird. Nobody expects the Dorothy consist. Let me zoom out. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me redo this. Nobody expects the Dorothy Inquisition. Dorothy Inquisition. Dorothy Inquisition. Dorothy Ouch! I biz my tongue. My tongue. Can't believe I'm using the spare tongue so early in the night. Spare tongue? Moving on. Ahem. Honey! Aw, hey Dorothy. I'm making a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a fluffy dream? Sure. A fluffy dream for the Dorothy on the go. Let's just do one. She doesn't need too much alcohol. Thanks! Oh yeah, before you leave. What, are you guys throwing a New Year's party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be here then. Well, I've got things to do, so... You do? Who does what? Sorry, I... sneezed. Weird sneezes. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe? Take care of Becky, please. Man, she was in a rush. Okay, F that noise. Fireworks are sold out everywhere.
I'll need to get them through more shady means. She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning.
I'll make sure there's an extra extinguisher at hand.
Please. Well, I guess that's it for today.
You sure you're fine?
I am. Don't worry.
Hey, Jill, mind if I ask a silly question?
You've seen my clients. You can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves, though. Sorry. What did you want to ask?
Do you know why they call them cat boomers? I mean, I guess their second set of ears look like cats, but the word boomer seems so out of place.
Not so much when you consider it's not them, but their parents who are called such.
Oh?
Let's go a bit back first. You do know why cat boomers look like that, right?
Because they went through some anti-nanomachine rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right?
It's called the Yamazaki-Romanova treatment. Yamazaki.
Let me...
Oh man, they're just gonna squeeze as much of those references of that as they can, aren't they? Yeah, I feel like I should have a counter up for all the Bubblegum Crisis references at this point. Anyway. Or was it the Romanenko Yamada treatment? Let's call it the catification procedure. It was not only the first successful genetic treatment on a fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. Moreover, that research had a bit of a rocky story. Funding got cut in the middle of it, at a critical point that could make or break the whole thing. Not to mention Zaibatsu Corp's record of not addressing nanomachine rejection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maki Stingovich. I'm not sure if I should count that as another one or not. Was it Stingovich? Let's call him Stingovich for now. He's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stingovich funded the research, and in a desperate move, his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course, the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stingovich, didn't die. She became the living testament of a scientific breakthrough. But then, the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Parents made their unborn children go through the catification procedure, even if they had no ailments at all. All because one particular girl whose life got saved through that treatment became a media darling for a bit. A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got born.
And their parents got called cat boomers?
A generation of parents obsessed with those cat-like features. The fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Eventually, cat boomer just started being used for people with the protrusions instead of their parents.
You keep calling them protrusions. Why is that?
Because that's what they are.
Eh?
You didn't think those things on their heads were ears, right? Sure, they can be moved because they're somehow connected to the facial and ear muscles. Thus, they can move like a cat's and react to their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function.
Huh.
It still surprises me a bit, though, that the biggest mutation they get after the treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been born with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You really thought they were functional ears, huh?
Let's say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you.
Don't worry, I feel like I should apologize for talking so much instead. And keep in mind I'm effing up the terms. I don't want you saying someone got protrusions because of a catification procedure.
I'll keep it in mind.
Wait!
What?
Yeah, the guy's name was Stingovich.
Eh?
I just remembered Sylvia Stingovich was around my age, and when I was a teen, there were some TV specials featuring her. And I just remembered that I had the biggest crush on her. Now that I think about it, that crush had me very confused back then.
And did you need to shout just now?
Sorry. In any case, I'm out for the day.
Alright, careful out there.
All booze and no firecrackers makes Dana a dull girl. Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary $10,000 or you'll be evicted. We're getting kind of close here. Jill is thinking a lot about Kira Miki. Buying one of her posters will prevent her from getting too distracted. Where's the Maneki Neko? Oh, there it is. I could tear one off of any wall in the vicinity, but hell knows what germs they have. You've been talking a lot with that Alma girl. Jealous? Surviving in Glitch City. Any tips for a new friend in this wonderful land? Oh boy. Self-deprecating thread. Don't trust in white knights and don't go out after 5 p.m. unless you want to get mugged or murdered. Bring a portable chair everywhere. You'll have to line up for flour. LOL. Get used to eating what you find. Shortages are getting out of hand. I've been eating rice with butter for months now, but I guess it could be worse. Don't jinx it, please. I have enough as it is. So coming here was a mistake. Why would you come here anyway? Visiting family, but now I want to take them out. Do it while you can. Yeah, airlines are leaving the city, LOL. Soon we won't even be able to escape. Can I even get some weed in this crap hole somewhere? Yeah, I just PM'd you a good dealer. This thread is closed. Unless I'm mistaken, my grandpa lived here before they turned it into Glitch City. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilum Company by Lana Smith. At the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. But the reality is that the convenience of these kinds of relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth, to the point where birth rates are beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. Annie May, a 17-year-old student, agrees with the general sentiment. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. It's expected that new regulations will soon be announced to address this situation. Being only with Lilum can be tiring, though. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. By Lana Smithy. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City so long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want? Or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. Gods be praised for a silly law I'm all in for. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City by Lana Smithy. The British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and a weak currency,
The BTC has given the order to disband almost half of its recreational businesses in the city. We can't keep doing business like this. Glitch City has a negative impact in our earnings, and we can't continue in the red, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They make a lot of money already, and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. Oh yeah, this. Late to the party, Augmented Eye. Thursday, December 29th. Good evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so, I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as the official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not going to say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Ugh, fine. Give me that list. I'll be back. Sometime. Someone tells me you're just planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know Gil has a crush? What? A client of his, a girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taken steps backward, and I'm not going to let him. He's opening up for F's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it? That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me... Time to mix drinks and change lives. Gil with a crush, huh? This place, great. Oh, if it isn't... Hey, Jill, sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss, stalked woman incoming. The door's open. Go ahead, the door to the left. Thanks. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one, that's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? Oh my god, okay. Okay. So we're finally seeing him again, huh?
So, now, where did she... Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey, kid, I'll have the usual.
Right. He remembered me after 2 weeks. Mr. Donovan's usual drink, huh? I believe that was beer, but let me make sure I'm remembering that right. Okay, yep. Here.
This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports.
I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right?
A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know.
Then why not try to rectify that image?
To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls, in a non-pleasant way. Sabatsu Corp and Company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to fine you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, the best case scenario is that they'll buy the damn operation and keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line.
Huh.
Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately.
Oh yeah, that.
Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. Last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants.
Huh.
Not to mention there are like 100 people that have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing.
Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that.
Alright, kid, let's try a moonblast now.
Come again?
Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time.
A moonblast? That's a new one for him. Here.
Now, let's see what the ruckus is about.
So... what brought you here?
Oh, right. Didn't you see a Lilum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up.
Not really.
Did she jump to the roof then?
Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview?
Not really, just hitting on her. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring.
No, she's gonna glare anyway. Why, though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something?
Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hard as F and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those king-class Chia models are, personally.
And so you followed her.
I have yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson.
I think you may have just now. And that's if you actually believe what he's saying. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Well, yeah, okay, true. Like I said, don't you have a family or something?
A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. So that Lilum isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver.
Right. Let's just give him a pile driver. Literally. I can definitely see how it's tempting. Let's see. 1, 2. Here.
Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay.
Finish your drink first.
Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her.
The guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. Hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you.
I love Donovan. I couldn't even imagine someone easier to hate. Very true, Misty.
No, thank you. Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos. How nice of you. It's nothing really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind getting me something sweet? Sure. Miss Idle wants something sweet.
Let's go with a Sparkle Star. Actually, wait a minute. I hate to do this, but I feel like I need to get as much money as possible because it's almost time to pay my rent. 1, 2, 3.
Here. Thanks. So, do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you. You don't say. Well, I don't think he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship.
Wait, you are?
It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now.
Really?
We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, so it wouldn't hurt to try. How nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise.
I see.
You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious in my opinion. I have many fans doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image for me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And, not gonna lie, haven't talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. So nice to hear. Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea?
Let me see. Something tea-like. If I remember correctly, something bitter but girly is fine too. Yeah, but I don't want to mess this up. Okay. I don't have that. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have that. Something bitter but girly is fine too. Okay.
Here. Yeah, this works. Hey, you're a King Class Chia, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice simulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and a power for appearance, you could say.
Ah, I see. So, anything new for this concert?
Well, it is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those who couldn't go to the first one. But we always try to spice it up, like maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by B-Link. Of course, in return, they sang Your Love is a Drug.
Ah. So, you know the B-Link girls?
Really nice kids. You'd be surprised how different from their on-stage personas they are.
Really?
Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She also laughs a lot, and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Aina is a party girl through and through. If they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy.
Huh, hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little expression. Almost like living Victorian dolls or something.
Well, they wanted to pop out in the public. They once told me if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept.
And so they took the opposite route by becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs?
I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols would be unkempt, tone-deaf girls spewing vitriol and hate.
True, I guess.
Well, I've gotta go, but let's have a Sparkle Star first.
Alright. A Sparkle Star from Miss Idol.
Here. Sparkling! Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill.
Please come again.
Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you.
Boss, Gil's back. I'll take my break. Alright. Note to self, buy oil for that door. What? Alright then.
Gil, you're in my spot. Please.
Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets.
Did Boss ask you to do that?
If I told you she did, would you believe me?
Without a doubt.
Let's go with that then.
Right.
Greetings.
Ah, Stella, what can I get you?
I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. A Bleeding Jane for Stella.
Here you go.
Thank you.
What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh, it's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. Sorry, CP. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean, really clean. Gil is the one you can owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey, Jill, have you ever heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, breaking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knights still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynchings, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So, between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and may take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just opened for many, so I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There is one weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit, 5 people including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor were heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. What? They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. True. Wait. Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Cyberpunk Corps has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Cyberpunk Corps because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks and the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Cyberpunk Corps chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Saibatsu Core is actually doing. Yeah. So, what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Huh. No, seriously. Hen what? Ahem. Can I get a Brentini here, please? Sure. Oh, now let's give her a Brentini. Here. Thanks. So, I take it you're in a good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kira Miki Encore concert. Nice! Oh, right. As it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true? Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life. But having such backing to that claim, it's nice to hear that she's so nice to everyone. It's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I've never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much. Being a nice person will take you far, though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he has actually managed to get certain contracts over other more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like good advice. But more importantly, Daddy? Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. I see. I wonder if I could get in with the disabled line with say in her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you give me a classic drink? Sure. Stella wants something classic now. Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but... That would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Saibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in the right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal? The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it, though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm serious, though. Have you ever covered any F-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point of our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again. Ah, Alma. Well, hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy. Something I will fight to uphold. First the greetings stop, then saying please and thanks stops, and before you know it, boom! Total anarchy. You're exaggerating. Am not. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Oh, hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. Over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, I did not. So, you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Sure. A big cobalt velvet for Alma. Alrighty. Here. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadow Master 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Wow, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd, today my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog! No evidence should be left! I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Well, why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Gosh, no! I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... I don't know. I don't know. I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out, thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh gosh, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small business background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used the search engine, you know. I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. We all had things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69. Like, in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I often knew what the 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Sure. A sugar rush? Are they trending now or something? Here. This is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past. I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yep. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who I'd describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the effer. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well. We had some awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He did distance himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will you? Sure. Let's get her a beer. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Oh, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, in honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real and they're spectacular. Now, ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then. Yeah, she kinda deserved that. And they are spectacular. That is true. I gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping, because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing, and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome.
That's a good reason.
Oh, there's other utilities, like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but they're small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud.
How did your family take the operation?
They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands.
Don't you miss them?
Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and I could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine.
And you didn't tell your mom about that?
I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So, are we cool now? Are we even now?
Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once.
Now you don't.
Eh? Why?
You just called me by my full name.
Are you serious?
One chance, only one chance, and you just used it up.
Damn it! Surprise! Hey Alma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault that you convinced yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya!
All done?
I am. What about you, Gil?
For some reason, the idol girl left him like that, it seems.
You think?
It might have been a while he was out.
True.
Hey boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so...
That I am, yeah. Why?
I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show. It just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh well, wait, what? Come here, F-boy! F-boy! Ah! 8th grade, what? She's still more worried about that than she is about Gillian. Who would have thought we'd get a bona fide idol in the bar? You were charged with $10,000 for your rent. Have a nice day. Watch Psycho Sid's leg snap in two and tell me it's fake. Okay. Jill will have a roof on her head for another month. The sense of relief will make sure she focuses at work. Have a very nice day. Alright. I'm going to save reading stuff for next time, because this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight. So hope you all enjoyed it. As always, you can follow my YouTube channel link below to see my past streams. And I'll be back on Saturday to be doing more terror, to be playing more Pokemon Violet, starting with some terror raids, and then we'll go from there. So I hope I'll see you then. And if you stick around, I will drop a raid. Let's see who we're gonna raid. Let's raid Gunarmdine, who is playing the King of Fighters 15. So hope you'll stick around for that. And I'll see you all on Saturday. Have a good night and take care, everyone. Bye.